Well, we have a lot of catching up to do. So, as you know, on August 1st, I was supposed to go out and run my very first 100K. The race was from Belleville to Orangeville, Illinois, and back. I still raced, but about a week before my race, it was actually shortly after I posted my Am I Ready to Run video that I decided I'm going to do the 50-mile race instead of the 100K. So there was a lot that went into my decision to originally sign up for the 100K race. And one of them was, hey, if I can do 50, I can definitely do 62. And in my head, 100K just sounds a lot cooler than a 50 miler. So that was one of the leading kind of decision makers. But another big factor was there was a 33-hour cutoff for the 100K. Like, that's, like, you can walk the whole dang thing. Where there was a 12-hour cutoff for the 50 miler. And when I originally started training, I had no idea if that was even going to be doable for me. That played into it. Moral of the story is, as training went on, as time went on, as it kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter and more humid in Wisconsin, I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the 50 miler. I do think I can do it in under 12 hours. I think that it would be better to not go from a marathon to 62 and go instead from a marathon to 50. That's still a big enough jump. So that's what I did. I kind of at the last minute changed my registration to do the 50-mile Stewart Tunnel race. I did finish. Let's show you the medal here. 50-mile Stewart Tunnel. Really nice medal. This run is put on by 10 Junk Miles. A wonderful podcast, a wonderful people. Scotty and his wife, Kylia. I might pronounce her name wrong. If so, I apologize. Wonderful people. They are here in Wisconsin. They put on the Sugar Badger, the Badger Trail races, and the Last Dot Standing. So they do 3 races a year. They're wonderful. So I am very proud of my overall performance. When I set out, I had a goal of completing the race in 10 hours and 40 minutes. I did not meet that target, but I was close. So it was 11 hours, 17 minutes. I finished 5th female. I think there were maybe 10, and I finished 16th overall. There were 30 people that started the race. There were 2 DNFs. I really, truly am beyond grateful for my brother and my husband. They paced me at the race. I would have absolutely not gotten through it without them. My brother saved the day. I had to get to a certain aid station by 3 p.m., and at the pace that I was going at that point, I wasn't going to make it. But he came in, I picked him up, he paced me from 30 to 40, and we got there with 10 minutes to spare. So that was incredible. My husband paced me from 40 to 50. We crushed those last 10 miles. Honestly, they were faster than I thought they were going to be at that point. Again, going into something like this, you never know what to expect, what to anticipate. You don't know what the race is gonna bring. I think I mentioned this in my Am I Ready video, but miles like 4 and 5 of the race, and then obviously like 46, 47, they're hills. Now, don't get me wrong. I know in trail running, you're usually running mountains, so hills are nothing. But again, for my first one, I felt every minute of that hill. So that slowed me down just a little bit, but I actually passed some people on the last part of my race. So I'm super proud of my overall performance. The big question is, what's next? So I'm definitely going to do, I think I'm going to do another 50 miler before I do 100K, just because I genuinely loved that 50-mile distance. I think in my mind, I was just really able to chunk this race out. So I went to the race by myself. I arrived at like, I think 5:30 in the morning for a 6 a.m. start time. And I knew going into this race that I wouldn't see my husband, Justin, or my brother, Zach, until mile 21. That for me was the first chunk of the race. Hey, just get to mile 21. You'll get to see your family, and you know, they'll give you that initial morale boost, which they did. And then I knew that if I could get to mile 30, I was absolutely finishing the race, because from 30 to 40, I had Zach, 40 to 50, I had Justin. So it was a really great race to be able to chunk out that way. I actually think that my first 20 miles, just because I didn't see family, was harder than the second 20 miles. But either way, super proud. I do think that I'm going to do another 50 first, but who knows? Maybe I'll do a 100K. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe October, November timeline. I do have quite a few trips coming up. So for those of you following the channel, because you enjoy the travel content, I've got a Disney trip planned. I am going to China for 2 weeks with my husband. And I also have a family trip to Pensacola where the whole gang is coming. So quite a few trips planned. The China one should be a fun one for the channel. So I just have to figure out when training is going to make the most sense to kind of get back into it. I'm a week out from my race. So yesterday was the first day that I got out to actually run. I had done some walking, like recovery walking last week, but I got out to run yesterday, and I was out there for 5 miles, and I could still tell that my legs weren't ready to run. I came home pretty sore, iced up, used the massage gun, and I could tell that I wasn't yet ready. So I'm going to take it a little bit slower, ease back into it. It's just, you know how it is. You want to just go. You've been going for so long that now I just feel like I have all this time. So I know I owed you guys an explanation. I'm sorry it took so long. I just was kind of reveling in the moment. I had considered taking my Osmo with me, so I could record some of this, but I didn't want to pull it out. I didn't want to carry it. I didn't want to be that person. I really wanted to just focus on my race. This is the first one. You know, if I thought that I was going to be someone that was going to come in first, or, you know, anywhere near that, I'd been like, hey, let me get this recorded. But I knew this was for me. So it was also for my family too, you know, to show, hey, we can do hard things. Let's put our mind to it, because I know we've all got things going on. So just the ability to put in the work, put our mind to it, and get the job done. So thanks for tagging along for this really mini series, and we will see what's next outside of the travels, but either another 50 or 100K, and hopefully this time next year I'm doing a 100 miler. That's my ultimate goal. So until next time.